Good evening, everyone. You're all very welcome to the Chorus 3D Impact Denture webinar. My name is Ian Creighton. I am Managing Director, soon to be transitioning into Sales Director for Chorus 3D. So you're all very welcome tonight on the Monday night. It's great to have a good turnout. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we start. The webinar is recorded and the recording will automatically be sent to everyone who registered after it's over and we get it all tidied up and stuff. We'll send it all through to everyone by email. And also at the end of the presentation, when Sarah's finished, there'll be a little QR code that people can scan for their CPD. So you've 1 hour CPD, and then that'll be sent out again by email. Any questions you have as the presentation's going through, put them in the little question and answer section or in the little chat bot, and Sarah will take them at the end, if that's okay. So I will just start the presentation now. I share my screen. So, impact dentures. What we've covered tonight is a little bit of who we are, what we do. I'll just cover that out and a little bit of meet the team. And then I will let the expert, Sarah, I'll introduce you to Sarah, and Sarah will take it over from there. So I'm not going to take up too much of the time because the main event is obviously the impact dentures. So a little bit of who we are, just minimize that. So along the top, some of you have worked with Chorus already. I see some familiar names in there and some you will be new to us. So we have our senior management team. So we've got James and Sonia, CEO and the COO. We've got myself, Sarah, head of prosthetics. Mark, some of you may know, is moved over from the UK, is our commercial manager. And Alan is our business development manager on the ground in the UK. Anya's our marketing manager, and Monica looks after the centre and the CBT and manages the whole centre in the clinic. Underneath that then, on the left-hand side, we have our dental technicians. This is actually out of date already. It's a massively growing team. We have 3 new people starting this week, three technicians starting this week. We then have case support team, again, another growing team, and our support services. So as you can see, our sort of support staff and case support is nearly as big as our dental technicians. So that's a very important thing to Chorus 3D and how we interact with our customers. It's not moving along. Oh. So some of the other product groups we have, like I said, some people on here that are already using some of our services, but I'll not go into too much detail on this because we want to concentrate on the impact dentures. But we have other products that the lab do. Obviously, we have guided smile, so our full arch treatment for fully guided crowing. We have crown and bridge. We do conventional crown and bridge. We do our guided bundles, which is where we will plan the case, manufacture the guide, and also include the restorative for crown and for bridges, all for one price. We have our normal surgical guides, pilot guides, and just up to placing the implant if you don't want to have the restorative option in there. And then we have grammetry for implant restoration. So we're very much a solution-based lab. So if you've got some cases, full arch cases that have got to MUA level, need to be restored, and maybe you've had failing implants, we can work through you with that and get you through to the final prosthesis for the patient. And then we have our impact dentures, which Sarah is going to go through now. So Sarah comes to us from the head of prosthetics of Manchester Dental Hospital. She started with us in July this year, comes with a wealth of knowledge, and like I say, grill away at her. She told me to tell you to grill the life out of her tonight with questions. So I will pass you over to Sarah now, who will share her screen and take it from here.
Thank you very much, Ian. That's lovely. So I'll just wait for Ian to unshare his screen and I'll take it over from there. Lovely. Okay. Okay, just get onto. Okay, so just going to, yep. Okay, so just to say thank you for joining me this evening to discuss digital dentures. As we all know, when you apply digital techniques, it can lead to what we call smarter working, thus benefiting treatment outcome. So with this in mind, the Course Denture range was born. So the Course Denture range is called Impact Dentures, and the idea behind it is that it's a modern, flexible solution which brings about both digital innovation and conventional craftsmanship. So just to produce that high quality prosthetic restoration. So the Impact Denture range, what do we offer as a laboratory? So we offer everything. Okay, we're a fully serviced prosthetics lab. So we do the fulls and the partials. We do immediates, duplicate dentures. We do implant retained overdentures, which can be either by attachment or by bars as well. And we are utilising the latest variety of computer-aided manufacturing materials as well. So it's the milled PMMA and the printed Lucitone items on there. So why would you choose Impact Dentures? What have we got? Okay, from the outset here, of course, we want to support our customers. And we've done this by the creation of Find My Workflow tool. And this guide is to be utilised in each case, and you'll use it from the start to the end of your appointments with that patient. So whether your clinic prefers to work with digital scans or traditional impressions, our workflow-based systems will make denture cases a lot more simple, faster, and more predictable. The other benefits of using this workflow tool is it's a great way to transition into digital if you're unsure what scans, what records you need to be sending at what stage. This is a great way to embark on that journey. What it really does is it sort of tells you at each of those stages, even if you are regularly using it, but you don't do dentures often, it is again telling you what's going to happen at each clinical and each laboratory stage, what to expect. So what you would do is that you would submit your case online, and you will have, whenever you're doing that prescription, you will have the option to download or print your workflow that is applicable to what you've requested. So therefore, what we're looking at is trying to reduce those number of emails back and forth. I think we can all agree a lot of us spend our lunch times trying to catch up on emails and also trying to utilize that bit before work as well. So therefore, this is going to try and take out that. And also the need to retake records as well, because at times we do need to, you know what I mean, because the correct or the appropriate record hasn't been sent. So it's things like that that we're trying to streamline, that work smarter. And once you have printed off your case, you can actually keep that workflow actually with that case. Also, by utilizing a digitization, we have discovered where if you opted for a digital workflow with a digitally designed immediate printed Lucitone denture, you can actually complete that treatment in 2 appointments. So therefore, you can go from a immediate denture. So you're doing your intraoral scans and your photographs, sending that in. We'll digitally design that, digitally manufacture that, and send that back to you. You will have the finished denture straight away. So again, we're utilizing the digitization. Okay, so we come to building your case. So what have we got on offer? What we have on offer is basically, first of all, we have the printed Lucitone bases. So as you go through to build your case, you will go through online. You will be asked what materials you want your denture to be made in. Of course, we start off with the printed Lucitone. The reason why we have chosen Lucitone, because it is basically a real market leader in high strength 3D printed denture resins. I know there's been a lot of resins on the market. Some of them have actually, in retrospective studies, they have not performed long term, so they have worn quite significantly. But what Lucitone has done is that they have spent quite a substantial amount of time, and they have produced their Lucitone a digital IPN printed teeth material, which is so therefore that has got all of the really hard wearing characteristics of what a PMMA tooth would have, or what we would call just a regular tooth that you get on a denture card sort of thing, trying to eliminate that wear. What printed resin brings to us is that it's incredibly lightweight, but it's durable as well. The material with Lucitone, especially one of its big pluses, is that it has really achieved a balance between impact resistance and fractural characteristics. Because if a denture base is too rigid and it's accidentally dropped, and as the denture ages or dries out, as you say, there is more risk of a midline fracture. So therefore, that printed Lucitone, there is more give in it. It's a little bit more tolerant of that element. Another option you'll have is the milled PMMA. So, sorry, just before I move on to the milled PMMA, the printed Lucitone is a purely digital. So even if you send in analog records, we can convert them and we can do a digital design, and they will be digitally manufactured. So in the case of Lucitone, they will be printed. So with the PMMA denture base, again, that would be something that would be, again, either digital records or analog records coming in. And again, that is a digitally designed denture and manufactured. But instead of being printed the base, we would be milling the base, and we are also you have a choice of either printed teeth or Shotlander teeth on there. The reason why you would choose a milled denture base is it's very durable. It's very long lasting. There's been a lot of research into milled PMMA, and they're showing some very, very positive results in regards to resistance to staining and to wear. The level of accuracy is outstanding. I think we can all have experienced milled restorations, and it's just incredible how accurate milling is. So therefore, with PMMA, especially in a conventional acrylic, it is very operator dependent whenever it comes to the actual processing of the denture base section. The milling takes that away, and because the puck itself starts off as a fully cured block of acrylic resin. Also, we are offering the conventional acrylic. So old school PMMA. It is, as we all know, it is harder to get people into the industry, especially as technicians, especially prosthetics technicians. So therefore, this is a bit of a dying art. And this is one of the elements where digitization has come to the aid. It hasn't completely solved the problem, but it is, you know, it is definitely eased people into the industry, which is great. All of our conventional dentures are processed in high impact acrylic, and they also come with that handcrafted tag. So therefore, it's like any of these with digitally designed or conventionally handcrafted analog method, you can put characteristic and everything into it there, sort of thing. One of the other options we move on to is your teeth options. As I said, we've done the printed Lucitone. It's the Lucitone Digital IPN teeth that we're using here. Just be aware that Lucitone are making another type of resin, which they can use for teeth, but that is really used for just monoblocks. It's just for that trial. They are not designed for long-term. The digital resin they have for teeth is not designed for long-term prostheses, okay? And everything's priced accordingly. We are also offering Shotlander Enigma Life teeth. I have used Shotlander teeth for many years, and I think with recently going out and about and meeting clinicians, there is a great agreement that Enigma Life teeth are really have got it absolutely bang on whenever it comes to that natural appearance of a dentition. So this is going to be an option if you are either for conventional dentures and for digital dentures as well. Digital Enigma Life teeth are just about to come on the market. We have done quite a few cases with them already, and they have been very successful. We've got some great feedback from a couple of our clinicians, which is excellent. There's a couple of cases that their patient didn't like the aesthetics from the printed Lucitone, whenever they compared it to their existing denture. So therefore, we basically married the two, and it solved the problem instantly, sort of thing. So therefore, as we all know, Enigma Life teeth, they have got a great wear hardness, and all of that density of color and natural translucency on the tip is all replicated there. All right, so that's full dentures, but it's just giving us the basics the basis of what we're looking at. So now we're going to partial frameworks. So what does impact dentures? So what have we got on offer? So traditionally, I'll start on the right-hand side of the screen, and the traditional acrylic immediates. So we're looking at one-tooth dentures. Very happy to do them. Little just-in-case dentures if a single crown or anything may be, or if you're trying to fit a bridge, just a little rainy day denture for the patient, that's absolutely fine. We're very happy to do that sort of work as well. Again, this is where we are with the Enigma Life teeth. They match up to the Vita Shade Guide, so therefore it has got quite a good transition there into other restorations that have used the Vita Shade Guide. Also here, we offer cobalt chrome frameworks and all of the properties that brings with us. Old school, traditional, and it is, everything comes down to it at the end of the day is design. You know exactly what you're getting. So the chrome framework. We are also doing the Scandinavian designs as well. It's a big thing at the moment. So therefore, very, very happy with that. We're very happy for you to design your own chrome frameworks, and we can translate that as well, or you can leave it up to ourselves. All of our chromes are digitally designed and they are printed in-house. We are the first dental laboratory in Europe that is using who is actually printing their own cobalt chrome frameworks exclusively for dental use. It's been a big milestone. I've even made some of these for James Hamill himself, and they've fitted extremely well. We are, as I said, we're designing them with digital software. And also we have another product which is called Acetal. I think this originated a few years back. They were one of the original dental colored clasps that came on the market. But Acetal now has developed themselves into pucks, so therefore they can be milled. So design as if you were designing a cobalt chrome framework. You can choose the base material to either to be pink, and then they offer 5 different denting colors as well. So therefore you can embrace that truth colored clasping as well. You can actually mill the whole prosthesis, so that's teeth and all, and the saddle, all in that one Acetal material and shade. Or otherwise you can just design it as a chrome framework, add on the prosthetics teeth, and if needs be, if you like wrought stainless steel clasps, we can add them in as well. So it's very, very much, there is a lot of leeway on what way you want to sort of utilize that framework. There is a slight flex in it. It's a monomer-free option. It's a metal-free option as well. So any patients who have got any sort of allergies or sensitivities, there is a certain amount of rigidity and flexibility to the Acetal. Again, you can level it up and scale it down according to your design as well. If anyone has recently seen, Ian and I have been out on the road and we've done a couple of little house calls to clinics, and I've shown actually hands-on, and you can actually see the amount. So it's not as flexy as a lot of the flexible dentures, but which I've got people who are great fans and people who are not so much. So what we have here is I've got a nice little comparison table here of these 3 materials. So across the top, obviously, the materials, you can see the Acetal is a thermoplastic polymer. The level of strength, the rigidity. So therefore, you can look at a table like this and you can basically decide on what are the elements are important to your patient, what is applicable. Acetal is quite good for clasping on teeth that may not be ideal for whenever you have got chrome clasping. The metal clasping can be quite harsh on teeth that have got a certain amount of mobility, sort of thing. We're not intending to extract them, sort of thing. We're trying to preserve them. And again, it comes down to cost as well, and that durability as well. So, okay, so we're just going to move on. So another product range that we are going to have we have an offer is bar retained overdentures. So this is our RP5. So everyone has heard of the FP 1, 2, and 3. So this is the RP5, so the removable prosthesis 5, and it's basically a bar retained overdentures. So the old favorites are the Dolder bar and the Hader overdenture, which is supported basically both on implant and soft tissue. Is a really cost-effective solution compared to like a full arch zirconia. So therefore you're maximizing denture retention, especially whenever you're using it against a fixed arch case, which can always be quite harsh to that opposing arch. It is also can stand alone. It's particularly good at addressing AP rock issues as well. So therefore, with the design of the actual header bar, you have got other options. So we can have attachments on the vertical and on the horizontal to try and eliminate those AP rocks. And also it's really great for re-establishing large aesthetical areas, okay, and dealing with implants that have got undesirable divergence. We can also put, instead of just doing a header and locator, we can do the hybrid bars, which is basically you can include locators on there as well. So we are going to be offering we do offer a screw retained acrylic bar option. Again, this is something that we haven't got as a fixed price sort of thing, as these kits do vary across the board. Again, these are quite common to be used whenever we're looking at fixed arch case. Whenever we've got a zirconia in one arch, we restore with something that has got a bit more resilience in the opposing arch. They're also very good for if they need to be modified due to resorption of soft tissue recession as well, that we can actually add and extend that. So therefore the patient's not having to actually look upon investing in a new appliance there as well. We are currently trialing some chrome and titanium milled substructures here as well. We've just had a upscale in our milling. And we are looking at putting a high performance polymer on there as well. So please watch this space, and in the coming months, we're going to be adding some more products onto our catalogue as well. So overdentures and locators, huge amount of variables in this genre of appliance. So this is your RP4, so this is basically a locator or any sort of attachment retained overdenture. So this is an implant supported, and there's very little, there's just a small amount of tissue support being achieved. So, and also these types of appliances are really good for varying the type of retention level that you need as well. And it's good for patients who have got limited dexterity as well. So therefore you can downscale it to help them. So, okay, so with these options, you can order our appliances online through our portal, which I'll show you in a moment. We are offering denture characterization as well. So here we have is the standard characterization. We do our custom course, and we can also offer you a bespoke composite layering and contouring as well. So whenever you come to working with Course 3D, as I said before, we really want to have that denture cases to be predictable. We want them easier to manage. We want smoother submission of the cases here, but while giving you that flexibility in your workload as well. So therefore, we have got a nice user-friendly digital portal, which I'll show you in a second. We have got pricing on there, and you will have access to people like myself and other denture enthusiasts as well here at Course 3D. Again, as you will get to know us, you will get our own personal emails, but for now, please just email into Course 3D and show interest. That'll be great. So some of the reasons why we have created this online ordering system, as I said before, is to simplify things so we get more accurate information. So therefore, some of the main reasons, the common reasons for case delays is inaccurate or poorly taken impressions, hopefully digitization will help on that account. Incorrect bite registrations, incomplete medical records, lack of photographs, insufficient functional information, and it's just unclear or missing prescription details. So therefore, this is where the online ordering all comes in, and also where the workflows all kick in as well. So therefore, everything is beautifully synchronized. That's what we can aim for. All right, so it is, as I said, it is working to be flexible as well. So we know everyone has their own preference. Everyone's got limitations to access of intraoral scanners. Some people very much favor analog records. There is still a big debate if digital records can be purely made for full dentures. I'm sort of in a hybrid camp on that one sort of thing. So therefore we can design the products. So as I said, the cases can be simply online ordered. Even if you're sending in analog records, it is something that we would we want you to do is to submit the case online, but then you would print off that online order and send it in with your digital, so with your analog records. Okay, so I'm just going to pop out of this. Okay, and I'm going to just going to go into, and I'm just going to show you how you order a case. So obviously you pop onto the Course 3D website, course3d.com, and you will see all of our products here. Okay, Impact Dentures, and you'll find you can have access to the workflows there as well. So we want to create a case. Okay, and this is where we have all of our products. So we want to go to Impact Dentures.
Sarah, I can't see your screen.
Oh
Are
gosh, yeah, I haven't
sharing it?
shared, have I? Oh dear. 2 seconds. Okay. Let me share my screen again. I'm terribly sorry. Oh. Okay. Okay. Is that better, Ian?
That's the presentation again.
Yeah, and then if I switch over, can you see it now?
Perfect. Yep.
Lovely. Cheers, that Ian. Okay, so what I was saying before, yeah, so you go into the Course 3D website. You want to go into create a case. And this is where we have for the Chrome Guide to Smile, the grammetry and the surgical guides are all here as well. Your conventional crown and bridge. Even if, you know what I mean, any of these products here, we do whitening, we do Essex retainers. It's all there for you. And all of your guided packages as well. So we're just going to go into the Impact Denture product family. And this is where they all hang out. As I said before, the bar retained over dentures. Currently, we do have products and pricing on there. But so whenever you come to create and submit a case, please email the details and everything to dentures@course3d.com. We have got our upload portal as well on the website as well. So you don't need to use WeTransfer. You just go up to our upload portal and just transfer your iOSs via there. So we also do just a quick little pointer. We also do repairs, relines, and additions, like any prosthetics laboratory as well. So we are going to look at creating a case. So we're going to go into overdentures here. All right. So as I said before, we're going to start off with a few questions. So we're going to start with, say I want to have a printed Lucitone base. I want to have Enigma Life teeth. We give you the option if you want to do a chair side fit or a lab fit. So again, the price all varies accordingly. Okay, so we're going to say we're going to do a chair side fit, and we've got the classic 2 mandibular implants. And here already, you can see where your product is coming up with a price. Okay, so, and also here is we're coming into our workflow as well. So how are we going to send these images? Yeah, are we doing analog or are we doing digital? So say we're going to do digital scans. Has the patient got an existing denture? So this is where our marketing team has done a great job here on basically, we all know and love the copy technique, but we have to make sure that it is actually the copy technique, because there are only certain parameters that we can actually apply it to. So if we say we're not sure, okay, so let's answer a few questions. So is the fit going to have to change? The answer is yes. Are we going to have to increase the OVD? Yeah, no, yeah, less than 2 mil or greater than 2 mil. So say it's a worn denture, and we're going to have to replace it greater than 2 mil. So it is basically saying that's made the decision for us that is not suitable existing denture. Okay, so we're going to have to start that workflow at a different point. And here we are. This is download your workflow. So I'll click on there. And there you go. This brings you have a little section here where you can actually allocate that to your patient. This is saying what you're doing. You're doing a chair side fit, and this applies to a Lucitone printed and a milled. Similar workflow, digital records, and it's saying that there is no existing denture. So first appointment, this is what you will be sending to us here at Course 3D. All right, so telling you what iOS scans to take. If you're wanting us to supply the abutments to do the measurements, and also to take a tooth shade and to submit your IOSs. All right, and then at appointment 2, we have all of the instructions on there. And you can go for a try-in. That will be an optional extra on there as well. So, and then at the final appointment, it is your fit stage. So if I come back out of that, okay, maybe now. Fine. Where is my? Okay, no. Oh dear, I think I have shut my option here. Hold on, I'm just going to go back into that prescription quickly. So I'll show you how quick this is to order. Okay, create a case. Okay, we'll go back to where we were. So printed Lucitone. We're going to do Enigma Life teeth, chair side fit, 2 implants. We're going to do digital records. So I'm going to say, no, we don't have a suitable denture. I'm going to put all my details. Okay, and then you put in the appointment date. I'm going to say it's the lower arch. This is going to be the implant site. It's pre-populated. It from a different time whenever I came, and it's basically asking you if you want us to provide the locator abutments. We are partnered up with IPD online, and we can offer you the IPD compatible components, and we can also offer you the original manufacturers as well. So it's basically saying we're going to be using new locator abutments, and we're going to ask you the question, are you going to supply them, or would you like us to supply them? Okay, so they can be either the IPD, as I said, or the OEM abutments. So say you're going to supply them yourself. Who's going to supply the processing packs? Because they're chair side fit, the laboratory doesn't need them. Again, you can either say the lab's going to supply them. And we don't need to actually specify the abutment height, because we are not actually supplying that. Then we have the tooth shade. If there's ever a tooth shade that is not on the drop down, please just email and just ask for it, and then you choose your shade base. So if you want to have the coarse composite staining, I think if you are tagged into our Instagram, you'll have seen a really nice example that we produced last week of I think it was last Friday, of one of our course staining, and absolutely beautiful. And therefore you can see that comes at an additional price of 85. Do you want to try in? No, it'll be okay. Pretty good with my records. And then here we are. So just reminding you, you need the ISO impression of the arch to be treated and the opposing. And then we have how are you going to submit. So therefore, that's just telling our team, our case support team, is where to look. And there you have access to upload photographs as well. So here, whenever you come to the bottom, you will, so if we say we agree to that, and you can add that, what have I, just to, actually, I'll put in 0 in that. Okay, so if I'm going to do it via the ISO system, and then you just tell us what ISO portal you're using. And there we go. So there we go. We have added the case to the basket, and you have a price of £540. There we go. So everything's very clear whenever it comes to the pricing. You will not be asked to pay for it at this stage. It will come as an invoice at the end of that treatment, okay? So we're not asking for any upfront. So there we go. So we'll pop back to the presentation. Just share my screen again. Okay, and finally, I just want to let everyone know that in the coming months, I should be, I'm looking to do some more presentations, some more webinars, some study clubs here as well. Of course, if you're local, great. If not, a good excuse to come to this part of Northern Ireland. So we're going to be looking around, and it is my special subject is overdentures. I made a bit of a comment the other day that if I was going on mastermind, overdentures would be my specialism. Attachments, bars, design options, pros and cons, that's my specialist area sort of thing. So I'm looking at doing a couple of presentations about space analysis for bar and clip overdentures and the design parameters of each of the designs. Also looking at probably another sort of space analysis for more fixed bar cases. What are the options on there and which are the best ones? It's questions like that that I'm asked on a regular basis, and would really, you know what I mean, like to sort of impart some of my thought process and why in certain situations. So I'll be doing a few case presentations as well, sort of thing where I've applied these combinations and design parameters to, sort of thing. All right, so I'm just going to stop sharing my screen. I just want to say thank you to everyone I'm just going to leave that up for actually a couple of minutes. So just for everyone, if you want to do a screenshot, if you want to just scan that QR code for us, that would be wonderful. That will automatically take you into leaving your feedback, and then in the next week or so, you will receive your CPD certificate for attending tonight. So,
Sarah, do you want me to read you out some of the questions then?
Yeah, I was going to say.
On the spot.
Yeah.
So we've got be indicated for immediate dentures, partial or full arch. If so, how easy are they to ease with a straight handpiece?
What material is that base again, Ian?
So on the Lucitone.
In the Lucitone, yeah. Lucitone is Acrylic is quite powdery, but Lucitone again is as easy as if you were trimming conventional acrylic. It's a bit more powdery. It's a bit more clumpy, but no, very, very easy. There's absolutely, you don't need to buy any special burrs or any change, anything like that at all, which is great, which in this industry is quite refreshing.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
And do you have any samples or pictures of the printed dentures on the Enigma Life Teeth? I think the best place probably to go is our social media. Was
Yeah, I
that
was going to
case
say.
last week was on the Enigma Teeth?
Yes, it was. Yeah, and that was with the coarse 3D staining as well. So therefore, yeah, so you had the combination there. And we are, as I said, we do have a box of
Please.
dentures. If you're local, we have, I mean, we've been out, I think 3 times now, Ian, has it?
Yeah.
And sort of thing. But yeah, we'll be putting more. Watch the space, as I say, sign up and follow us on Instagram and on Facebook as well. But no, you will be seeing a lot more of the denture products as we go along.
Also the study clubs as well. You get a tour of the lab and touch and feel all the
Yeah.
different stuff that we do. So, can you accept scans from the DS core rather than using the platform? So the answer to that is yes. You can send your scans in through your intraoral scanner.
Yeah.
The reason we like it to go through the website is for traceability, and obviously the questions we ask, you have to fill the information in. So there's a reason for that it keeps it all together. But yes, send it in through the scanner, but just make sure all the prescription questions are filled out. I really like the visuals and the prescription process. Yep, thank you. Guarantee on the overdentures. How long is the guarantee? Well, it's our terms and conditions are on the website, as far as I know.
Yeah.
They're at the
Yeah.
bottom of the website if you
Yeah, I
want to
was going to
download
say
them.
it's like any appliance. It depends on what exactly is failed on there. If that's the case. Yeah, I mean.
We have what is the Scandinavian designs?
Oh, that's a whole different presentation, that is. So Scandinavian designs are based on two elements. It is you're designing it for the longevity of in mind of future teeth needing to be extracted. So you're future proofing that chrome denture design, so you can add on to it. Then and then the other side of the design of the Scandinavians is where everything is very solid and is for long term. There is no concerns about the longevity of the teeth, sort of thing. But please look online. There is an awful lot. There is a gentleman called Finlay Sutton. He is a clinician over in Garstang over in England. I've worked with Finlay on and off over the years, and he does a great presentation on Scandinavian designs of metal framework. He is, as I would say, the guru of dentures from a clinical perspective. So if you look up his website, amazing detail he goes into and the theory behind the Scandinavian designs.
Okay, we've got another one here. In terms of designing the chromes or alternative to chromes, how is this done on the website workflow? I quite like designing them and having control over that side of the process. How easy is it to dictate the design?
Very happy for you to screenshot it off your design. If it's just a paper design that you're doing, that's absolutely fine. If you've ventured into like 3Shape or anything like that, or anything a bit more high tech, you can send us over the STL as well, and we can actually print that as well. So if you don't need us to actually design it, if you're happy with having designed it in ExoCAD or in 3Shape, please send in your design. But we would need to proof it to make sure whenever we come to the manufacturing stage that if we need to do any modifications, that we do them at the early stage, sort of thing. But it's like everything. If you send in an impression or anything like that, or a bite reg. We would be quality controlling it from the time it comes into the lab. Hope that answers.
I think. Any other questions, anyone? Just going through the other chat. Don't think there's anything else. Like I say, no. Yeah, I think that's normal. Listen,
Right.
thanks very much, everyone, for jumping on to the webinar. Appreciate it on a Monday night. We will send out the recording after this. It'll automatically send out your email, and the CPD certificate will be sent out after that as well. So any questions you have regarding impact dentures, send us an inquiry through the website, or through even to myself. It's Ian at cora3d.com. Sarah's is Faulkner at cora.com. Feel free to reach out to us on anything regarding any of the product portfolios, the guided smile, grammetry, guided bundles, or the, like say, the dentures. What is the turnaround time between appointments? That's the last question we have in there.
Yeah, so what I'm aiming at is for trays and rims stage, we are looking at a 3 to 5 day from whenever it comes into the laboratory. I'd like to turn around trays and rims within 3 days. And then for any denture try-ins and designs, we're looking at 7 days from whenever it arrives in the laboratory, okay, till it's leaving. Okay, so please sort of count that into your appointment times. But it's like everything, if you've got an urgent case, please, you know what I mean, please just reach out to us and let us know, and we can see what we can do.
Lovely. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank
Very
you.
informative. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And listen, we hope to talk to you soon. Get some cases in, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye now.